For more how to keep you and your family safe, we're joined by Paul Boissonneault. He's a secretary for the Canadian Association of Fire Chiefs. Good morning.
Good morning, Anne-Marie. Thanks for having me.
Before we get to the safety aspect, when you look ahead to the 2025 wildfire season, what stands out to you so far?
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to offer our condolences on behalf of the Canadian Association of Fire Chiefs and thoughts and prayers to all the people of Manitoba, the family and friends of the deceased, and the fire sector in general, who's dealing with some extremely challenging conditions and hopes for a better path forward. But the 2025 wildfire season is already upon us. We've already had over 1,150 wildfires take place in Canada this year. To suggest that we are in an unprecedented fire season simply cannot be stated anymore. And due to the absence of a National Fire Administration, the work that should have been done nationally and federally in preparation for this wildfire season has not been done.
What kind of preparation was left out?
So a National Fire Administration, essentially, it's all about ensuring that the federal government has fire and life safety perspective on all federal policy issues. And so we, from the Canadian Association of Fire Chiefs, have flagged for a number of years now the needed coordination and policy development that would assist in dealing with these wildfires from coast to coast to coast. We have on our board, we have our National Advisory Council, which consists of all of our provincial associations of fire chiefs, and we have unanimous support. So this is not a jurisdictional issue. A National Fire Administration is key on so many levels, especially on wildfires.
Well, something that is shared, of course, is how fire affects people, and we want to be able to keep people safe. One of the elements we know of these particular fires is the need to get out quickly. How can people best prepare themselves?
Well, there's a number of things. Certainly, always connectivity with your local fire department and speaking with your fire chiefs, who are the authorities having jurisdictions, not only for fires, but also in many cases for emergency management. We would ask Canadians to obey burn bans, follow evacuation orders, make sure you clear debris from around your house and not to. We're heading into the Victoria Day weekend. We would ask that they don't operate consumer fireworks, leave those to the professionals who have their certifications and training. And if Canadians could Google FireSmart, it offers preparation and planning, especially in dealing with wildfires and ensuring that your home can be the best prepared possible, as well as through emergency management planning. Most fire departments have indications on how to prepare for 72-hour preparedness kits, and I think all Canadians need to ensure that they are ready in the case of an emergency.
Paul, you probably saw these pictures. We were just showing our viewers video of when people were evacuating. So if you do need to evacuate, what do you take with you?
You take the bare essentials. Obviously, evacuation orders, they are coming. It's a very fluid development, so you need to take things that are extremely important to you, critical medications. I would suggest, that you've got clothing on your back, but you should be able to pack some, flashlights, radios, different things that are necessary to ensure that you can have at least a 72-hour supply to move forward. Drinking water, maybe some canned goods, non-perishable food items, because you may be displaced not only for a short period of time, it could be extended. So you don't have a lot of availability to take things, but to ensure that the things that you take are absolutely critical as you move forward.
We hear a lot from people who've had to flee about the smoke, and they were not prepared for the smoke. How do you protect yourself from that?
Some things that assist with the smoke are certainly N95 masks. They can assist with particulates. In the absence of having masks, you can certainly wet pieces of clothing and cover your face to try and get through smoke. But when you're talking about, and some of the images that you're seeing there, these are devastating amounts of smoke, and smoke inhalation is extremely dangerous. With wildfires, it may not have the same toxicity level when you're dealing with, say, a house fire that has all those harmful composite materials that burn inside the homes, but certainly wildfires are very damaging as well. So trying to evacuate when you're being told to evacuate, to try and avoid being in those conditions, is absolutely paramount.
Paul Boissonneault, Secretary for the Canadian Association of Fire Chiefs. Have a safe weekend. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.